And we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance real quick. I
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you remain standing for a second here? Before we begin, I'd like to ask everyone to join me in a moment of silence in memory of Deputy Mark Burbridge of Pottawatomie County, who we lost on May 1st, 2017. Give a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Today, as we gather to take a moment to reflect not only on our day ahead, but the lasting impact of those who have served this community with dedication and courage. Deputy Mark Burbridge gave his life in service to Pottawatomie County, and his commitment to protecting others will not be forgotten. For those who remember him and his professionalism, his career, his strength of character, and the way he showed up for his community every day, his service was a reflection of his character and his care for others. As we continue with our day, we do so in remembrance of Deputy Burbridge, honoring his life, his service, and the sacrifice he made on May 1st, 2017. His memory remains a part of this county and the people he served. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Next up is the public comment policy. If there's anybody from the public that wants to make a comment to the board, they will need to go over to the table over here and read the script and fill out the form to make a public comment. At the end, we will reserve about 30 minutes for public comments, but you will only get 3 minutes to speak on your topic. The board will not respond. Okay. Everybody look over the consent agenda. Looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second motion.
Thank you. Motion by Miller, second by Jones to approve the agenda. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. Okay, have we got any new hires in here today? No, no one's new. Okay. First up, Becky Linehan, Finance and Tax Officer, Auditor's Office. Public hearing on amendment to current county budget for the fiscal year 25-26 and to appropriate funds. Becky, you got anything you want to put in?
Chair, I'll make the motion that we open the public hearing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Thank you, Susan. Motion by Miller and a second by Jones to have open the public hearing. Mary Ann, will you do a roll call, please?
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor, excuse me, Jorgensen.
Aye. Okay. Now,
Good morning.
good morning.
I had sent this off to you, when we set the date for the public hearing. So you should have all the information on there, and then it's also in the resolution, what departments we're amending for. And it has been, published as well.
Okay. Anybody want to speak in favor? Does anybody want to speak opposed?
I'll make the motion to close the public hearing.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Miller, second by Jorgensen to close public hearing. All in favor, or I'm sorry, Mary Ann?
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Susan. Sometimes you need that. Discussion and or decision to approve and authorize the board to sign resolution number 28/2026, a resolution to Pottawatomie County's amendment to current budget for fiscal year 25-26.
I'll make the motion to approve resolution number 28, 2026.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Miller, a second by Wickman to approve resolution number 28, 2026. Mary Ann, would you do a roll call?
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen.
Motion carried. Discussion under decision to approve authorized board to sign resolution number 29-2026 to appropriate funds for the amendment to budget for fiscal year 25-26.
I'll give you that motion, Brian.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Got a motion by Miller and a second by Jones to approve resolution number 29-2026. Mary Ann, please do a roll call.
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones.
Motion carried. Next up, Becky Linehan, Finance and Tax Officer, Auditor's Office. Public hearing on Pottawatomie County fiscal year 26-27, and to approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 30-2026 regarding the Pottawatomie County budget for fiscal year 26-27.
I'll make the motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
Mary Ann, would you do a roll call again?
Chairman, excuse me, Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen.
Thank you. Okay, is there anybody in here that wants to speak on approval of our budget? Is there anybody who wants to speak against our approval of our budget? Not much. Crickets. Okay.
Josh, is there anybody online that wants to speak? Okay.
Okay.
Move to close.
Pardon?
Move to close.
Thank you.
Second.
Got a motion by Wickman and a second by Jorgensen to close public hearing. Mary Ann, please do a roll call.
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Motion carried. Approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 27-2026 regarding the board's recommendation for elected officials for fiscal year 2026-27. And that was 3% across the board, and this board is staying where they were with the 0% increase on that. So any questions, comments? I need a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Motion by Jorgensen, second by Miller to approve resolution number 27-2026. Mary Ann, please.
Chairman Shay.
Yep.
Supervisor Wickman.
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen.
Aye.
Supervisor Miller.
Aye.
Supervisor Jones.
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you. Approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 30-2026 regarding the Pottawatomie County budget for fiscal year 26-27.
I'll make the motion to approve the budget.
I'll second that.
Okay, got a motion by Miller and a second by Jorgensen to approve resolution number 30-2026. Mary Ann.
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman.
Motion carried. Next up, Becky Linehan, Finance and Tax Officer, Auditor's Office. Discussion and or decision to approve and authorize the board to sign resolution number 31, 2026, entitled Resolution for Transfer from 2210 Bond Series to 2018 Debt Fund to 2020 or 2240 Bond Series and 2021B Debt Fund. You want to explain all that?
The series 2018, which is Fund 2210, has been paid off and there was a balance left in that fund. So I'm transferring that residual amount into the 240, which is the 2021 debt fund. And at tax time or budget time last year, I lowered that debt levy by this amount.
Okay. Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 31, 2026.
I'll second that.
Questions or comments? Okay, got a motion by Miller and a second by Jorgensen to approve resolution number 31-2026. Mary Ann?
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman.
Motion carried. Next up, Becky Linehan, Tax and Finance Officer, Auditor's Office. Discussion and or decision to approve and authorize board to sign resolution number 32-2026 entitled Resolution Appointing UMB Bank N.A. of West Des Moines, Iowa to serve as paying agent, note registrar, and transfer agent, approving the paying agent and note registrar to transfer agent agreement, and authorizing the execution of the agreement.
Make the motion to approve resolution number 32-2026.
I'll second that.
Motion by Miller and a second by Jorgensen to approve resolution 32-2026. Mary Ann?
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman.
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen.
Aye.
Motion carried. Resolution number 33-2026 entitled Resolution Amending the Resolution Authorizing the Issuance of $6 million General Obligation Capital Loan Notes and levying a tax for the payment thereof, passed and approved on February 24th, 2026, by substituting a new resolution, therefore approving and authorizing a form of loan agreement and authorizing and providing for the issuance of $6 million general obligation capital loan notes, Series 2026, and levying the tax to pay said notes, approval of the tax exemption certificate, and continuing disclosure certificate.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second.
In that resolution, it says we're levying a tax. We are not levying a tax for this. I think it gives us the ability to. Yeah. Is
Correct.
that correct, Becky?
Yes, I did verify with Ehlers and Cooney and Spear, just to make sure that they knew we're not levying for this.
Okay. Got a motion by Jones, a second by Jorgensen to approve resolution number 33-2026. All in favor, or you got questions, comments? All in favor signify by saying no. Oh, it is. Again, thank you.
Looking through this.
Will you do a roll call, please?
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen.
Aye.
Supervisor Jones.
Aye.
Supervisor Miller.
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman.
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Becky. Appreciate all your help through the budget
Thank you,
process.
Becky, very much.
Motion carried. Next up is recognition of Brenda Stotts, clerk, treasurer's office, for 29 and a half years dedicated service. Brenda. Thank you, Brenda.
Sure. You can.
Appreciate it. Because you ever think you'd stay this long?
Oh, yeah.
You did. Will you give that to her?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Lee, you have a speech prepared?
thank you.
Thank you. What? Do
Speech.
you have a speech?
No.
Anything you want to say? Take a second. Here, put that in here
Okay.
so you don't break that.
Oh, I want to do that.
We'll give Lee a second here.
Okay, this is the last of our lifers. Jamie has 20. Heather? So
That's awesome.
it's a new venture. Thank you for all you've done.
Wait a minute.
Make sure I got it.
Right.
Sneak in the Kleenex.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lee.
Thank you so much.
Well, you didn't tell me how to talk.
That's okay.
Thank you.
While you're in, you're with number 7, you guys know me.
Oh.
Oh, no, you. That's very tough. How many?
Okay, next up, Heartland Family Services, Jordan Ranta, Infection Preventionist, Public Health, discussion and or decision to approve and sign proclamation designating the month of May as Meth Prevention Month. Should we vote on it first or after? Let's,
I'll make the motion to approve.
okay,
I'll second that.
okay. Would you read this, Keith?
I will. Proclamation designated the month of May as Meth Prevention Month. Whereas methamphetamine abuse continues to destroy individuals, families, and communities in Iowa, and whereas addiction shows no boundaries, it can happen to anyone: attorneys, doctors, laborers, teachers, mothers, fathers, and students, regardless of where they live, economic status, education, upbringing, or potential. And whereas this drug can be found in every region of the state, and wherever you find methamphetamine, you find increased crime rates and child abuse neglect. And whereas methamphetamine addiction not only destroys the lives of users, but also the community around them, placing an increased burden on Iowa's public safety, public health, human services, healthcare, education, employment, and treatment systems. And whereas significant strides has been made in reducing the manufacturing and distribution of methamphetamine in local communities and through importation, but the demand for and supply of methamphetamine remains. And whereas every day thousands of young Americans experiment with methamphetamine for the first time, and for many, this decision has a profound impact on their mental and physical health and well-being. And whereas Iowa has the power to prevent substance use and change the lives of countless Iowans struggling with methamphetamine addiction, with the commitment, support, and involvement of the entire community. And now, therefore, we, The Potawatomi County Board of Supervisors hereby proclaim May 2026 to be Methamphetamine Prevention Month.
Thank you. Do you want to speak to anything?
What I was gonna say, Christie had. What? I said, what I was gonna say, Christie has highlighted, so I'll let Christie take this.
Okay.
And of course, as Susan well knows, I can't do anything without handouts. So- You'd be disappointed. Susan. Right. So, I'm on the prevention team for Heartland Family Services, and what I do is, work on, state opioid and stimulant response, projects. So what I've included on your packet is the first part of my job is to do the best I can to help you stay aware of what's happening. So you guys know when you're making decisions. So the first page, this is the most recent alert from Iowa Health and Human Services, which says there is an increase in stimulant-involved fatal overdoses. I'm still here, yeah. So just a bit that you can see in Iowa, psychostimulants, especially meth, are driving overdose deaths. And this trend is independent of the opioid and synthetic opioid. So according to death certificate, psychostimulants do take over opioids as a predominant drug for overdose. Unfortunately, Iowa is probably one of the highest states in the country for meth use. So just a couple little bits of data from just recently from the Iowa Drug Control Policy. In 2025, there were 198 psychostimulant-related deaths. And in the research that they do up with drug control policy, they're seeing that the method today is almost 100% pure. And in speaking with, I speak with the Omaha side as well. So with the Omaha Police Department Narcotics Unit, and then talking this weekend with our officers from Council Bluffs, that we do know that Omaha is one of the largest drug hubs in the country. So what that means is drugs are not only just flowing through, but they're also being stored so that other parts of the country are getting them from them. So there's a lot of pressure. Our police department is great. I love our sheriff's department. They're very well aware of it, and they do their best to actually keep it out of coming in to Council Bluffs in terms of the drug hub issue. So kudos to our police department, our sheriff's department. Thank you very much, because they really are on top of it. So the next page I just gave you if you weren't really aware of what meth is. And then the next page, as prevention specialists, when we give you data, we want to help you take action, or else what is this data doing to help you? So on the next page, I included what can the everyday man do is what I call it. So that is some resources from the DEA and from SAMHSA. Their goal is to help youth grow up drug-free. So those resources on there are for community, family members, youth programs that you can go to really take action, because we want to mitigate this down as best we can and provide you with the resources to do that. And the last one is a card, just because with meth, you're going to have fentanyl. So the DEA just put this out. They have a new campaign for being fentanyl-free America. So I included that card about fentanyl because tomorrow is actually National Fentanyl Awareness Day. So my email is on one of those pages. So if you ever have any questions, or I can do anything to help you and update you, give presentations, give trainings, please feel free to get a hold of me, because we want to try to really mitigate this down. So, and appreciate all you guys do.
It's old meth got fentanyl mixed in with it now.
Oh, God. We see that now they do mix. Yeah, there is a mixture. Yeah, we know that. And that plays havoc because they both deal with the brain differently. And when you mix them together, it changes that of what they would do individually. I know, Keith, you've spent probably a lot of time seeing this in police officers, but, so if you ever have any questions or I can help in any way, please let me know. And thank you for all
Thanks for
guys
what you do.
What?
Thank you for
Yes,
what
well,
you do.
you guys are great, and again, I really can't, because I work in the sheriff's department, I go into the jail doing a program, but we do have an amazing police department here and an amazing, Potawatomi County Sheriff's Department, and so we thank you guys too, because we're in this together, so thank you.
A quick note, I was a police officer for 29 years and I can't say enough amazing things about Heartland Family Services. If you live in this community, if you're a parent, you should definitely know what they do because they offer just a host of amazing opportunities and programs. So thank you very much, ladies.
Anything you want to say, Jordan?
Yes, so just wanted to highlight, I mean, Chrissy obviously touched on a lot of it and just kind of reiterating that, but just really focusing on prevention and early intervention, especially because meth is so highly addictive even after the first use. So targeting youth specifically is one of our goals. Trying to really collaborate with schools, things like that, to even make the risks known, and target that education piece side of it. And of course, we want to extend our appreciation to Heartland Family Service. They do phenomenal prevention work all the time. So that can really just make the substance use, education, prevention, and recovery possible, and as well as all of the organizations they mentioned as well.
Thanks for what you do. Really appreciate it. Mary Ann, would you do a roll call?
I will. Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman,
Aye.
Supervisor Jordans.
Thank you. Motion carried.
Is there a color that goes along with this month? Or May?
Oh. No, not really. We need to make a color for this month. I'm looking at Abigail because our partners for meth prevention with the coalition we're on, that's blue. So I'm thinking maybe we should decide to do that. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you all for coming in.
Okay. Sec, we'll get this signed and bring it up. Will you sign this?
You know how much you brought back in, the drug take back.
We had 64 people come through. I will check my iPhone before I leave and I'll give it to you because Bill sent the pound. I'll check before we leave. I'll get it up to you.
I was wondering about that. It seemed like you
Yeah.
really did a good job with signage
yeah.
and directing
Yes, ma'am.
people in.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Come here.
Oh, wait.
They're okay. Hey. Next up, Trish Barnhart's Administrator Jail, discussion and a decision to approve and sign proclamation designation of the week of May 3rd to May 9th, 2026 as National Correctional Officers and Employees Week. Jeff, would you read this for us, please?
Whereas correctional officers are trained law enforcement professionals dedicated to maintaining safe and secure correctional facilities and ensuring public safety. And whereas the duties of correctional officers include the supervision, care, and rehabilitation of individuals who have been convicted of a crime and who have been sentenced to serve time in a local jail, state correctional facility, halfway house, or through electronic monitoring. And whereas Potawatomi County correctional staff support the mission of the Potawatomi County Sheriff's Office to provide the community carry out judgments imposed by the courts, and provide a safe and human environment for those committed to our custody. And whereas correctional staff work to promote positive outcomes through education, vocational training, counseling, and treatment programs that support rehabilitation and contribute to safer communities. Whereas on May 5th, 1984, President Ronald Reagan signed Proclamation 5187, establishing the National Correctional Officers Week, recognizing that the professionalism, dedication, and courage exhibited by our officers through the performance of these demanding and often conflicting roles deserve our utmost respect. And whereas in 1996, Congress expanded this recognition to include all correctional employees, acknowledging the essential contributions of all individuals who serve within correctional facilities. And now therefore be it resolved that the Potawatomi County Board of Supervisors hereby declares the week of May 3rd to the 9th, 2026 as National Correctional Officers Week in Potawatomi County, Iowa, and encourages all residents to recognize and thank those dedicated public servants for their service.
Need a motion?
I'll give you the motion to approve.
I'll second the motion.
Mary Ann, would you do a roll call?
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen.
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman.
Hold on a sec. We'll get this signed and. See that?
Our jail has a capacity of holding 330 inmates. And there's over 100 jail staff that work there. Think about your job and think about how hard their job is. They do an amazing job down there. We thank you for that.
I do just have a few things to say
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Okay. And I write my stuff down here because otherwise I will forget. It's called coming birthdays. Correctional professionals are often the unseen backbone of the public safety, kind of going on what Keith was saying. While their work takes place behind secure doors and under public view, the impact they have on this county is profound. Every day, our staff manage complex situations, maintain order, and ensure the safety of those in our custody, and uphold the constitutional standards that our community expects and deserves, which goes into our public safety. Their responsibilities require a rare combination of professionalism, vigilance, compassion, and resilience. They respond to medical emergencies, de-escalate conflict, support individuals in crisis, and maintain a secure environment for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They do this work quietly, without fanfare, and often without the recognition given to other public safety disciplines, yet their contribution is equally as essential. This week of recognition is not simply symbolic. It's an opportunity for all of us as a county to acknowledge the dedication of our correctional officers, our medical staff, our maintenance staff, our administrative support staff, secretarial staff, food service, chaplains, jail-based navigators, and our leadership team who keep our facility operating safely and effectively. It is also a reminder that the work that they do directly protects our community, reduces liability, and strengthens the integrity of our justice system. I brought Meg. She is our training sergeant. I wanted to bring a whole lot more, but it's a busy day at the jail. So I was just going to let Meg talk a little bit about what our training department does, because it's much more than just offering training.
Yeah, so our training unit, we're responsible for the training of all employees in the jail, maintenance. Everybody has to have CPR, first aid, AED. Everybody has to have like a defensive tactics type of course. Defensive tactics is something that we've put a lot of work and effort into kind of evolving. It's gotten to be a very good program. We've gotten recognition from several other departments on how well our instructors and the material is. Along with training, we have to train all of our volunteers. We have over 100 volunteers that come into our facility to conduct programming with our inmates. Different types of programming, we have like Narcotics Anonymous, AA, mindfulness. I know Christy was just here. She's a big part. They've been coming in for a while. She's one of our great volunteers. So I guess, yeah, training and programs is a big part of the jail. But
Thank
it
you for
involves
what you do.
everybody. Make our little world go around.
It is a profession and it's not just a job. A lot of times folks use the word guard. We don't guard. We are correctional professionals. And I think that is something that is important to celebrate.
That's a good point.
Thank you for coming in. Is that proclamation signed?
It's from here
Yeah.
already.
Will you present that to him?
You want to talk about what you observed?
Pardon me?
You want to talk about what you observed when you visited?
Absolutely not. I'm not gonna give away all my secrets.
All right, well, I'd like to present this to you, ladies, and I appreciate your service and dedication to correctional facilities. I appreciate that.
Thank you very much. You guys, thank you.
Yeah, Megan.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do this, do the chicken down.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't hear the conversation. Mr. Whitman was in jail before.
Yeah, you know, I spent 3 hours down there in booking and, what's the high security? High security, saw the employees at work, very, very professional. I hate to say I enjoyed it, but I learned an awful lot. That's for sure. No, they all did a great job. Very happy, proud of them.
Thank you. Next up, Amber Moore, Executive Director of Avoca Main Street. Discussion and decision to approve funding for the Avoca Main Street. Hi, Amber.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Misha Thahari, our outgoing board president. She serves 2 terms. She'll be leaving us in October.
Do you have enough or you just,
I have to. I've served different positions to the board, so I've served 2 terms as president. I have to, per our bylaws, roll off for at least a year as a volunteer. So, yeah, I'll come back.
what's going on out there at Main Street?
We're staying busy in Avoca. I know Susan's looking forward to joining us at the 40th anniversary of Main Street, Iowa's. The Development Award celebration will be receiving our $5 million benchmark award. That marks over $5 million of private, either acquisitions or redevelopment projects in our district. And I anticipate that next year we'll be at the same award ceremony and celebrating our $10 million, just because of I'll be reporting out into the grant, a project that began in 2019 and we'll be closing out this next year. So we're incremental growth, but sometimes you have really big jumps.
Okay. Last year we gave you 3,000.
Yes, we're requesting the same this year.
Okay. Motion,
I'll make the motion to approve $3,000 funding for Avoca Main Street.
I'll second that.
a motion by Miller, a second by Jorgensen to approve.
And that comes out of gaming.
Okay. Approve the $3,000 for Avoca Main Street for funding this year out of gaming. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Gary, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for what you do out there. Really appreciate that.
It's a team effort.
When is the longest table?
3rd Saturday in September.
Okay.
I think it's the 19th this year.
Mhm.
I might have that wrong, but
I think
3rd Saturday.
That's a fun event.
And your first farmer's market is June.
June 3rd for Wednesday, 5 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
Same place?
In place, yep. If you know any musicians available for a 2-hour set, send them my way
Oh, we do.
for more entertainment.
Good to hear. Mr. Wilbur.
Oh. Okay.
We pay.
We pay. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Thanks for driving in.
Thanks, ladies.
Sometimes students. Thank you.
Next up, Matt Wyatt, Director of Planning and Development. Discussion and or decision to approve final plat map or final plat of Omic subdivision, a subdivision situated in Crescent Township, and to sign planning and zoning resolution 2026-04. There you are. Moving around on me.
So on March 10th, the Board of Supervisors approved the preliminary plat for the subdivision. Just as a reminder to this is going to offer a lot for the Red Barn Schoolhouse. It's on Badger Avenue, just to the east of the city of Crescent is where this will be at. And so this will finalize things up for that.
The move.
Second.
Motion by Wickman, a second by Jorgensen to approve planning and zoning resolution number 2026-04. Mary Ann, please do roll.
Chairman Shay,
Aye.
Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Jorgensen,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Next up, Matt Wyatt, Director, Planning and Development, discussion and decision to approve final payment to the city of Hancock for RPCIC project in the amount of $18,157 for water tower repairs and lagoon evaluation.
So this is one of the duties I took over for Mitch with his departure on this. So it's my first time running one of these all the way through. So RPCIC was brought together by the Board of Supervisors with our ARPA funds in Iowa West to figure out projects that were available in the small towns that we could maximize the impact of the ARPA funds that we have. And their project was just that. It was some repairs on their water tower, help add capacity to their system, and then doing a lagoon evaluation out there for them. On October 5th of 2023, the county did make a payment to them, which was $54,471. The total cost of this project out in Hancock was $72,628. So that leaves the residual of this $18,157 payment for them. And so we pay that to them. Iowa West is a partner 50% on this. And so the half of those amounts is the $9,758. And I got to go back to Iowa West to find out where we're at. If they pay us, you know, if they've already paid us those funds because they've already made significant payments to the county on this thing for. And we very well may have those funds, but we have to pay the city of Hancock the $18,157. They did supply all their invoices and everything that's go along with it. So I think we're good on the paperwork side of things. It's just having a approval by the board to get this claim drawn up, and then it'll go through the claims process. So you will see that.
Okay. Questions, comments? Need a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Matt, you talked about some of this being the ARPA funds.
Correct.
This should pretty much clean us up, shouldn't it?
This appears, so Mitch shared this file on it. This is the second project that's reached completion.
Okay.
So there's 4 other projects left to go that we will pay out on for that. But
Okay, got a motion by Miller, a second by Jorgensen to pay Hancock for the RPCIC project in the amount of $18,157. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. Thanks, Matt.
thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yep. Just get it coming.
Andy Wicks, engineer, discussion and or decision to approve and authorize board chairman to sign secondary road budget for DOT submittal. Hi, Andy.
Matt. So, yeah, this is essentially follows what Becky brought forward earlier today. So it's a step in the process for secondary roads. We need DOT approval.
Okay. Need a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Second the motion.
Motion by Jorgensen, a second by Jones to approve the secondary roads budget for the DOT submittal. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried.
Sandy, for putting that all together.
Next up, Jasmine Elmore, Director, Human Resources, and Jib Carbinas, FNIC Group, discussion and or decision on dental health. Do we talk to you or do we talk to Sam?
Well, which one do you prefer?
Well, she knows. Sorry, Jim.
Right.
Do we talk to the guy over here or the person in charge?
There you go. Right.
Thank you. Well, thank you. All right, thank you. So we are actually reviewing and having you review one last time for our dental insurance. And so we've got FNIC here to go over that one more time. Jim, if you want to
Okay.
go ahead and review.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you to everybody for your time on this. This was the last piece of the employee benefits that we were reviewing for final. To remind you, we looked at the dental plan and the use of the PPO dentists because the county has very high utilization and there's a fair amount of people that are using the non-PPO dentists. It's driving up claims. We presented an option to bring the out-of-network dentist reimbursement down to the level of the PPO dentists. And there was about a 13% reduction in that premium. So it was significant. We then step back and look at all the dentists that were involved, how many of the members of Potawatomi County would be impacted, what that impact might look like. There was a number of specialists that were affected in the dental arena. And honestly, a lot of times people will hit the out-of-pocket maximum anyway on that. So it wasn't as big of an issue. There were a number of primary care dentists that were impacted. So the feeling was from Jasmine and our team that that probably isn't the best step without more discussion with the unions and the members. We looked at then stair-stepping the out-of-network claims cost down. It was a 1 or a 2% adjustment in credit to do that. So today we're really saying, do we take the renewal of 12% and do no changes at all? Do we accept the 9.5% adjustment and allow MetLife to market their worksite benefits? Also then to consider, do we take the stair step provisions and reduce the out-of-network benefits a little bit, taking that credit? So from a recommendation perspective, we think it makes sense to start taking some reductions in that. The difference or the discount amount for a small adjustment was relatively small versus the 13% going all the way. I guess let me pause there for any discussion. Jasmine, did you have any comments that you wanted to make on that?
My original recommendation, after we talked about it, was to do the, worksite benefits and allow, MetLife to market their benefits to us. That would be what, 9%?
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5, as an increase. I believe that, we have a duty to communicate to our employees who may be affected with the dental insurance. So I didn't want to move straight to the out-of-pocket, the out-of-network cost to have them, be affected and not be able to find someone in a very quick time. People really, really trust their dentists. And so if we are moving to that within, a year or so or some years to come, then I think we should communicate that over time to employees rather than right now at this moment when we're considering changing benefits. So it's giving them time to make changes while we also get somewhat of a discount if we utilize the MetLife.
Questions? Comments?
So tell me more about these worksite benefits. It looks like we've got.
Yeah, there's a number of them, and there's the accident coverage, critical illness, and cancer. And then there's also a hospital indemnity option. It's a common benefit today as employees have looked at funding their medical out of pocket. So deductibles, co-insurance, co-pays, pharmacy, that sort of thing, when they have an unusual event. The county has sponsored AFLAC over the number of years. It's been limited success. So there's not a lot of employees that continue on that. However, the group insurance carriers like MetLife have come out with some lower cost options, pairing those with the dental and other lines of coverage. But these products are set up to help with out-of-pocket expenses that your medical plan either doesn't cover entirely or the out-of-pocket could be expensive to those members. For instance, accident coverage is very commonly purchased by young families, kids in sports, where there's emergency room trips and things like that. You do have a critical illness option, which covers most of the things that we would think of: heart attacks, cancer, other issues that are fairly common but run into time off from work. So the benefit is voluntary, so they're not really pushed to purchase it. But if they do, the cost is pretty reasonable, can be done on a payroll deduction basis. It could be offered through the regular employee benefit program. So you wouldn't really have people in offices trying to push these coverages. It would be done through the online open enrollment process. You'll see there is one specific to cancer. So for those that have maybe a family history or other concerns, they could purchase just the cancer coverage. So that's a fairly popular benefit as well. And then the last one, the hospital indemnity, is probably the least taken option of all these. But if somebody does go inpatient to the hospital, they're typically going to hit their out-of-pocket maximum. This provides dollars to them for a stay in the hospital. So basically is helping cover those expenses. They do get a benefit. So all of these are tied into, for instance, if they get their preventive checkup, they will get credits or refunds of some of their premium, $50 for each of those products. That helps, one, cover the cost of the product. Two, it also then minimizes their premium outlay for those coverages by doing what we hope they all do, is getting that annual checkup. So there's a benefit to them for having that annual checkup. There's a fair amount of press out there on worksite benefits. Mostly it's been product that's kind of expanded over the last 10 years as employers and HR departments are wanting to bring additional no-cost benefits to their workforce. So these worksite benefits have expanded tremendously. They're offered, in well over 60% of employers out there today. This would be a change for the county with its direct affiliation of Aflac. It wouldn't prevent you from making changes down the road. And all these coverages are portable for employees that would leave the county. They can continue those coverages without losing the benefit. They would just lose the payroll deduction part of that.
You know, if you take a look at that, the alternate option, Kim,
Yes.
where you said it's got the added work site benefits, who pays for the premium for that?
The employees would pay all that premium.
Does that affect this rate at all here?
It reduced the dental renewal down from the 12% to the 9.5%. So
I don't get the correlation there. I looked at everything that is on this sheet as far as compared one to the other. The only difference I saw was orthodontia, where an age changes by a year. Other than that, everything else on here is the same.
everything is really the same, correct? They're just saying we'll use the pool of all those dollars to help reduce the cost on the dental plan. So their ability to do that, typically worksite, you can't predict what the loss ratios are. They're governed by the state insurance department, so they have to pay out so many benefits to the employees in order to qualify. But MetLife is saying because there's likely additional premiums on that side, that will help offset the cost of dental to them, which is currently in a loss position.
Okay, the last question for me is then, these work site benefits, they're only applicable if the employee decides they want that coverage?
Correct.
And they enter their website portal, put in their information. It doesn't have anything to do with this county.
That's correct.
Okay. That's your recommendation to move with that, Jim?
Yes, I think Jasmine is.
Kim? Is that, what do you want then? You want a motion to approve the dental benefits and rates for MetLife using the alternate option with a total price tag of $438,667.68. And authorize the chairman to sign
That amendment.
the agreement.
That's correct.
Did you get all that?
I'll get it.
I'll second.
Motion by Whitman, second by Miller to approve the dental insurance program. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cam.
You're welcome.
And you never did introduce.
Stephanie,
I'm the account manager.
she's been with Mike Williams for many, many years so
Yes.
she came to the organization when we had Mike come over 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So we had an opportunity to bring her to the meeting today. But she works with a lot of your employees.
Do you market this stuff directly to our employees?
Yes, they do. We do not come in and push. It's all been done through your open enrollment system.
Okay.
And so that gives them the opportunity to look at materials and make their decisions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cam. Thanks, Cam.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Next up, Mary Ann Hanusa, Auditor. Discussion and or decision on hiring Assistant Tax and Finance Officer for the Auditor's Office. Mary Ann.
Thank you very much. As you just witnessed with all of our roll call resolutions, our hearing on the budget and everything, the handiwork is Becky Lanhan, who has been with the county for 37 years. Becky is our tax and finance officer. She is planning a retirement in the next few months. And as such, it will leave a significant hole in the auditor's office in terms of years of experience and expertise in tax and finance responsibilities, which is a huge portion of the auditor's responsibilities given to us by the Iowa Code. We have currently Josh Wiesner working as an assistant tax and finance officer. And as we discussed last week in our study session, I would like your approval to allow the hiring of a second assistant tax and finance officer to be able to learn along with Josh from Becky before she retires, to soak up as much as possible all of her many years of knowledge and experience. And the position would be a 526-1 with a starting salary of 30, help me out, 30, I've got it here, hang on just a minute, 30. Yeah. Just got it, sorry.
3317.
3317. Which mirrors Josh's current position.
I think it's pretty important for us to garner as much information from Becky before she does retire.
And this is in my budget.
Yes.
Is, I don't remember the job description. Is there a degree required for this?
No, it's based more on experience. I mean, if there is a degree, it's not, many positions in this county don't require a degree, but no, it's years of experience, a degree and or years of experience.
So it's your intent to try to find somebody that's got some?
Experience?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. This is not an entry level position.
Do you have a training schedule put together for this person and Josh to learn?
Josh is, yes, currently in the middle of that training schedule. We've started this earlier this year with Josh, working with Becky on, as you remember, he was here with Becky during all of the budget study sessions and learning, having access to the Department of Management website, along with Becky, which is a limited access, as well as working with all manner of the recent bonds, many, many one-off things that happen in the auditor's office from a financial standpoint.
I imagine this is a very daunting task, Becky, for you to train other people to do your.
Yeah.
Are you open to some kind of consulting if necessary? Can they give you a call and have a question about, I don't know, is that a possibility?
Could be up for discussion.
Open for discussion? Okay.
I just don't know how that would affect the IPERS part of it, so. Have to check into that.
Well, we certainly hate losing people with expertise and experience. And I'm going to say that it's, like I said, it's a daunting task to train other people since you've been at it for so long and know so much.
Yeah, and it's not easy to learn all of that stuff either, and to remember it, because it's, like Mary Ann said, one-offs and things you do once a year, so it's It's challenging.
And I have seen Becky stop what she is doing, where she would ordinarily just do something and stop and write or bring Josh in and explain to him piece by piece, this is how you do it. He writes it down, she writes it down so that there is that piece that is there, whereas right now it's in her head and her years of knowledge and experience just allows her to do it, but it won't allow someone else to do it without having it on paper. And so it is time consuming to train because you have to stop and, write down what you're doing that you would do as a second nature ordinarily.
And there's technology behind it that changes and the rules change every year and
In the code
And unfunded mandates from the legislature and yes.
I'll make the motion to allow the auditor's office to hire an assistant tax and finance officer.
I'll second.
Thank you. Okay. I got a motion by Jones, a second by Miller on hiring an assistant tax and finance officer for the auditor's office. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think this
Thank you.
alleviates risk for the county and not having sufficient finance knowledge in the auditor's office. Thank you.
I appreciated all your homework from the study session last week.
Thank you.
Okay, committee appointments from the past week. Tim, you got anything?
Yeah, well, the only thing I want to know, where are we with the applications for the budget and finance person that we're trying to hire? And the position closed on the 5th of April. 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to get a recommendation from some department heads. I'm seeing nothing yet.
I haven't seen anything.
I asked Jasmine.
Table last Friday, I think, of our picks that we want or would like to interview. And that
Okay,
went to Jasmine.
so you forwarded it to us?
We're lucky if those candidates are still,
I spoke with Jasmine yesterday and she is planning on having the interviews on the calendar for next Tuesday.
Okay. Thank you. You got anything else?
Ready for me?
Susan? Yeah.
I attended the ROI meeting and the plans are moving forward for the CB parade, which is exciting. And I know Kate's done a good job. T-shirts are available for pickup if you ordered them. I attended the Iowa West Racing Association board meeting. I spent a couple of hours at the Community Foundation for Western Iowa, their workshop on Make Communities Happen. I had board meetings for the Golden Hills RC&D, SWIPCO, Advanced Southwest Iowa. I attended the Veterans Resource Festival on Saturday and union negotiations yesterday.
Hey. I was up at Hitchcock doing some stuff last week. The board, and then I also was at the Make Communities Happen. Was at a MAPPA meeting, Council Bluffs Visitor Bureau, the Advanced Southwest Iowa, and also was at the Vets Festival, which was very successful. Very busy. Keith?
Last Friday, I went to the Iowa West Foundation's meeting with Susan. I appreciate that. I also attended the Iowa Racing and Gaming Commission meeting that same day. All three of our casinos passed their annual audits and that they're doing substantial renovations, primarily Ameristar is doing a big renovation. I also went to the Underwood Volunteer Fire Department pancake feed. I stopped by the Council Bluffs Police Department's drug take back with Heartland Family Services. And I went to the Veterans Services Annual Resource Festival.
Good deal. Is that it?
Yes.
Jeff? Okay.
Yes, it's back in. Should we ask her for an update?
Sure. Yeah.
Jasmine, Can you give us an update on the applications and what the process is for the budget and finance person?
Yes. We have two more.
Well, we can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine. So we have two applications, we have 7 applications. We have 2 interviews that were completed, and we have 2 more left to go this week. And then we will be sending those to you. So
So you'll have them for us next week?
have them for Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So they'll come into the meeting for interviews.
You're interviewing these candidates?
Correct.
I thought they were just picking them from the.
So we do an initial screening
From
for
the
you.
blacked out
Mhm.
applications.
Redacted, yes. And so we review those candidates first, and so we can bring you the candidates.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you,
You're
Jasmine.
welcome.
All right, next up is public comments. Do we have any, Mary Ann?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Next up is closed session with Jasmine Elmore, Director of Human Resources. Closed session pursuant to Iowa Code 20.17.3 for discussion and or decision on labor negotiations and collective bargaining matters.
And would that go into closed session?
Motion by Jones and a second by Jorgensen to go into closed session. Mary Ann?
Chairman Shea,
Aye.
Supervisor Wickman, Supervisor Miller,
Aye.
Supervisor Jones,
Aye.
Supervisor Wilkins.
Have a good day, Andy.
No,